Every language has numerous books, movies, songs, many about love. Even listen to Kamaru, the Kikuyus who are here. More than 3/4 of his songs are about love. So, love is a very, very important subject in our lives. What's the meaning of love? Again, it's vague, but the working definition of love is a feeling of strong affection to another person. Some people add that it is an attraction based on sexual desire. This is what makes love more exciting. It's feeling of affection, but sometimes coupled with a strong sexual desire. So when we should talk about love, for many people, they remember romantic love. And romantic love itself, as you know, is an emotional tornado. Sweeps away everything on its path. And it is seen to be the ultimate expression of love. Romantic love is the highest form of love. But also is sent to give you the highest pleasure and the highest happiness. But look at the other side. When things go south, the same love, when there's a break, when the breakup occurs, it then breaks up the same parties and breaks the people, tears them apart, shatters their dreams, and then causes too much pain and suffering. So the same source of the greatest happiness is also the same source of the greatest unhappiness. So, logically examined, love is a much more complex subject than romantic love. And it's been analyzed more from the role it plays in the drama or the broader drama of life. Ancient Greek philosophers, those days I was telling you of Aristotle, Plato, they analyze love. And they identify 7 types of love. I want to quickly run you through the 7 types. The first type is what they call Storge. Storge is filial love. This is the unconditional love which parents give to their children. For sure it is there. It's an unconditional love. It's based on fondness and familiarity, and also sacrifice and dependence. So this kind of love, this unconditional love, is a major source of stability and also a major source of happiness at family level. So it's very, very important. The second love is Philia. These are the love based on friendship and companionship. I was telling you, social connections are the greatest generators of happiness. So, love based on friendship, mutual support, mutual trust. The love shared between intimate friends and colleagues, strong social bonds, warmth, all those are very crucial to the attainment of happiness. The challenge we have these days is this thing we are carrying. You might not see a person for months, but you are texting, I don't know you are doing those things, even having followers you have never seen. So, these social media friends will never replace heart-to-heart friends. They can give you the same, they can never give you the happiness that you get from the warmth of a person you are chatting with. And then they don't expose your real self. The social media friends only give you the better versions of yourselves. When I talk to you, I can see your eyes, I can see your body reaction. The person in social media gives their best. So you are not able to know that person intimately, you don't know who it is. So it can not fully replace the human heart-to-heart relationships. You have a lot of loneliness today. You could be on social media, but alone in your bedroom. And that loneliness today is a form of epidemic, which is affecting people, causing depression, anxiety, and a lot of unhappiness in our society. So I think time has come for us to make more meaningful, social connections, better relations with your family, with your friends, etc. That's where happiness comes from. The third kind of love is called Philautia. Philautia is self-love, love of yourself. I think the Bible says, love others as you love yourself. So you cannot love others if you don't love yourself. But what do you mean by loving yourself? It means having self-esteem, respecting yourself. It does not mean self-glorification, the advertisements, which I see people are on holiday sending pictures, where they are, etc. It means being authentic and true to yourself, a master of your own fate. So when you are confident, then you can confidently relate, to other people. When you are genuine, you don't pretend, then you can have a genuine relationship with others. So that's what we mean by self-love. You need self-love. You need to take care of yourself, so that you are available. In fact, you're the most important being in this world. If you are not there, you can't be a millionaire. If you are not there, you can't be the lawyer. If you are not there, you can't be a doctor. So you, yourself, become very, very important. So you have to love yourself, take care of yourself as a precondition for loving others. So the fourth type of love is what they call Agape. Agape, this is a higher form of love. A selfless love for humanity. Others call it love of God. Could be love of nature. Sometimes love of other people, the poor, the downtrodden. The love of Jesus Christ on the cross for all of us. The love of Mother Teresa with the poor. So that love for others, for the community, is what is called Agape. Now, you see, this form of love gives happiness because charity is based on this kind of love. And I think Rotary, you understand that because one of your missions is charity, isn't it? Yeah, so when you give, you get happiness by the act of giving. But you're not only giving, even those who receive also become happy. So Agape is a form which triggers a spiral of happiness, both to the givers and to the given. And it's a very important form of love. The fifth kind of love is what we call Ludus. Ludus. Ludus is no serious love. Ludus is a casual, playful, flirting kind of love based on fun, joy, is the free for the moment. And this is very common. Witness the early days of dating, but also in extramarital relationships. That kind of love, for sure, gives pleasure, it gives joy, gives fun, especially when people are flirting and seducing. But it's temporary. It is stolen love, so to speak. At that moment, when it is there, very exciting, gives you some great moments. But usually, it ends very fast. It is not there forever. And when it ends, when that fling is over, the sun sets, then loneliness comes back. You are with somebody's spouse, hiding somewhere during the day, and you know people have to go home, isn't it? Then when you go home, there are still unfulfilled longings, because you can't get enough. You're still wrong, isn't it? Then conflicts where you go, regrets, emotional scars are left, and all this cause depression and unhappiness, sometimes disasters. And you read the newspapers, many people have died in love triangles. All those are in this kind of love. So it's the most dangerous form of love, and usually ends up in unhappiness. So I hope you are listening to me. Then finally, we have Eros, which is number 6. And again, we said Eros is romantic love. And of course, romantic love is also a major generator of laughter, joy, and happiness. But it is not real. It is an idealized form of love. I know many couples in trouble because of what they see on television or on social media. Because your partner is not able to rise those levels. But little do they know that is acting. It is, it is not for you. So they say, when you fall in love, especially Eros, romantic love, you are not in control, of yourself. In fact, the ones are appropriate, you fall. You fall like a child falls unwillingly in a hole. You have not thought about it. You just find yourself helpless and falling. Are we together? So, you see, this is risky and sometimes can be dangerous. You have one people say they can't eat, they can't sleep. Sometimes it can be real. You have also one people say they are madly in love. When you are madly in love, can you be normal? Right? Yeah, so logically, romantic love is a transient, emotionally draining form of love, and sometimes very dangerous. Those who have not read can read Romeo and Juliet, the kind of confusion, this kind of love can generate. So, as a source of happiness, romantic love scores very poorly. Yeah, there's no sustainable, and it always leads to sadness and disconnection, discontent at the end. Then we have now the last form of love, which is called Pragma. Pragma is practical love, which is based on friendship, on reality, logical calculations, and commitment to long-term mutual interests. This is the kind of love that many stable families have. The love you find in long-term relationships and stable marriages. This kind of love, in this kind of love, that initial thrill and passion of romance fades away sometime after the honeymoon. So you have faced realities. And things come into your life which do not squarely fit into the description of love. When people are dancing out there, going honeymoon, nobody thinks about sweeping of floors. Nobody thinks about electricity and water bills. Nobody thinks about children crying at night, or sitting at Gatswood, 3 a.m., at night with a sick child. All that comes into this. So you have to be very realistic and practical about it. And then there's work we normally assign to the ladies, hiring and firing of house help. Again, that does not really fit in the description of love, does it? Yeah, and then you have to manage family finances. We do the grocery, the food, etc., etc. You should support each other and practically realize the dreams. Because maybe you married a lady who had not finished school, and she was an intelligent one. Then after your first or second child, she wants to go back to school. She has got a scholarship to go to America. And you want somebody to stay with in the house. How that work out? So negotiations have to come. How you manage each other's dreams. But the thing is to recognize every other person as a human being, a person with their own dreams, and then you negotiate practically how those dreams are going to be managed within a relationship. That is why it is called pragma, being pragmatic, being realistic, about life. And this is what gives you contentment, gives you fulfillment, and long-term happiness. I think for you who read the Bible, there's a love described, I think in chapter 13, verse 4 of the Corinthians. This is love which is patient, love which is kind, love which does not envy, love which does not boast, which is not proud, which does not tell, which is not self-seeking, is not easily angered, that reckons no wrongs, and love which always protects, always trusts, always hopes, always perseveres. That's pragma. That's the love we are talking about. And that is the major source of happiness in our lives. Thank you so much. God bless you.